Okay. So what was my output like with this? Let's find out. We can do throughputs on here and here to help me figure that out in terms of what's actually being made. But let's just give a count here: 30 per minute, 30 per minute. So that should be 60 plastic per minute and 60 rubber per minute. Wow. And would you look at that? Oh, the calibration, yeah. Okay, that makes it worthwhile to maybe drive a little bit more over here. So now it's time to swap it up. Glass foundation. Okay. Railing. Modern railing. Okey-dokes. Do I have a name for this? We do, we have, okay. Pure oil. Say PR. There really aren't too many items that start with that would then also be created at pure oil. $5,000. I guess gigawatt? Would that be the appropriate naming of that? No, gigawatt's a lot more. I think a gigawatt should be 1,000 watts. 1,000 megawatts. What would 5,000 megawatts be? Okay. I did just a little Google to double check. So yeah, it is going to be 5,000 megawatts equals 5 gigawatts. So for me naming this base or renaming it, I can just do 5 gigawatts. And then there. Now I can at least know that from a distance. Though the plastic and the rubber will change. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's scary. Hold on. Oh, you got a fucking ominous red light from the train. Can that be fixed via reloading the game? I don't think it's supposed to be so intense it goes through the world. Okay, well, it's gone for now. All right, so I want to make a truck station down here. It would be funny if I did a train station down at the bottom too. I mean, yeah, I guess that's not the worst. Never really thought about doing very, very small distance trains. The only issue with the truck station is fuel, but the good news is where it's going is gonna have fuel, so I guess that can work out. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and just create a new grid. Not the direction I needed. Now I do have a couple of truck station blueprints. Roads and tubes. So this would be an inbound truck station. Let me see if I've got this right. Yeah, okay, so the truck would come up to this spot. Truck. Yay. Hold on now. If I throw in some regular fuel. Hey, hey. Fun. All right. Let's get this figured out. So if we're gonna have to start a loop, figure it out. But I will probably do this. Sorry, supposed to zoom. Now, how am I gonna go about actually getting across this? We are pretty fucking low to the water. I could do the truck station up here instead. That might be a solid plan. I just hate that we would come up here and then it would drop down here and then it would go back up anyways, you know? This also has the awkward benefit or problem that I think I would have to have a truck station dedicated for the plastic and a truck station dedicated for the rubber so that they don't overlap without me having to like fucking mix the lines and then slow down my everything anyways. Okay. That will decide it then. We will do a truck station up top instead. That way I can make a road that crosses between these areas without it having to fucking cross every bit of terrain. Okay, truck station. Alright, nope, that's not it. Inbound truck station. There's so many things that'd be useful to me if I had just advanced in the tech tree. But I've given myself this other fucking side quest instead. Let me actually move this in. One thing I want to try doing with these truck stations is having them be like received into a garage. Inbound truck station again. I gotta make a wall here. This is a dividing line for us here. It doesn't have to be that dramatic, but just to visualize things for myself. Okay, inbound truck station. I can't have the trucks overlap. And we have to give enough room that they are able to turn around within a degree of reason. Started contemplating maybe having one truck go through 3 different stations. It's technically an option, but the way that I want to go about it, not so much. Okay. I am going to get rid of this fueling line. I made this blueprint with the idea that I would be doing this with with coal at first, and then I just took forever to actually get about it. Is this line? Doesn't need to be. It would be nice if it was. Okay, let me dismantle this truck, dismantle this other station. Is there enough room to maneuver here? It's a tight fit. It is a tight fit. On. Yep, that works. Okay, let's try this out. How much room do I need to come in, drop off stuff, turn around? Ugh. Without encroaching on the other truck is the big part. Because if the trucks run into each other, they'll both stop and tell me that I need to grab them. Which does create a little bit of a dilemma for us. Because my favorite blueprint that I was about to start using is not meant for 2 cars. Let's see. Dotted road with lights. This is where I pay for not making curved blueprints in intersections. Okay. Now this is maybe too tight of a squeeze. Well, okay. No, we can make this work. I was worried that the signs here would block the tracks. It's definitely not comfortable in comparison to what else I've made. Because I also made the big road. Oh my god, I didn't expect that to flip. I was just doing this because I planned to delete this. Oh jeez. The big road! It might be necessary, honestly. With how I've done things here. What were the other big road blueprints? Let's do 6x6. No, 3x6. No. There we go. Yeah, the 6x6 lane. Ooh, nice. You don't have to have it perfect. Okay. I think from here would be a fine area to go. So let me get this car off of this. We'll delete this other blueprint. I wasn't expecting to duplicate the entire fucking grid here. Holy shit. Okay. 6x6 roads. What was the B version of this? That's the one with a barrier. Not B for barrier, but it's how it worked out. You got this version with a raised set of platforms in the middle, which is where the 3x6 road began its pattern. This goddamn... giant rock. Okay. I don't think I need this big of a road to make this work. I'm just kind of experimenting with what we've got. I do also like the idea of having, like, lights, though we have that with the 3x6 ones, too. I also just have 3x6 asphalt with nothing else on it. It's just not my favorite design because it's got this big yellow, or big white line through it. Which is fine. It's if I go for, hey, big ass truck, big ass lanes. But I could do this instead. Hold on, where's the 3x6 with like actual... There we go, lights. Okay. So yeah, this is what I expected when I went to like duplicate this fucking grid. How did I do that? Maybe I hit the button at the same time? But I feel like I just did middle mouse and then I was suddenly in... Oh, there you go. Interesting. Okay, if you go to dismantle and then middle click, it will duplicate the blueprint instead. Cool. This is looking nice. So how much plastic was this doing? This is doing... We'll just calculate it like this. 30 times 4, 120? Maybe? Gotta double check. Don't know what's offline and actually working sometimes. Calculate that while I continue to figure this out. Should be 120 polymer turning into 50 plastic a minute. So I could send that off to my base rather than the awesome sink. I just have to think of how I'm going to do this. 'Cause I really don't need to make a train station for every goddamn stop, right? But maybe I should? I've just never done like a multi-stop truck thing before, but maybe it's possible. So we would drive out from there. It would go to the other base first. Around the corner. Through that mess. Nope, maybe not. Through that mess. I could make this asphalt connect and then work with that pattern from there. Doesn't want to play friendly with other blueprint designs, even though this actually might be... Okay, no, yeah, it's one of the older ones I made. Maybe that's why. It's trying to snap to the bottom of the blueprint. Do I have a 3x6 just asphalt itself? No. I've got one of these roads with a ramp ending. But I don't have one with a ramp continuing. Whoopsies. Alright, we gotta go that way. And we'll establish like a little area to grab plastic over here-ish. I'm also considering maybe I just conveyor belt the fucking resources over. It would save me a lot of trouble and a lot of time here. But we'll try and stick with my guns on this one because it'd just be cool to have these running. And technically, transporting a bunch of stuff with a truck is faster. Same with trains than having everything be on one like conveyor line. Yeah, it won't really matter too much eventually here because like once we've dropped off, you know, entire storage crates of stuff, then it's just gonna be like, okay, this is 50 a minute, that one's like 30 a minute. But the idea is cool. All right, we need ramps. So I've done roads with I've done roads with 4-meter ramps, but I've seen people saying that like vehicles don't like 4-meter ramps and won't work with them. Clearly, we already have a truck that's working with it, but I mean, Just because it works doesn't mean it works well, right? Fucking the giant mushroom. This is where we get a little smidge of an issue with how we're gonna do this, huh? I'm killing this tree. There's no way. I might be doing a bit of overkill here. I'm not sure. This is, again, a lot of new territory for me. Of trying to, like, run this many, like, automated truck stations versus just conveyor belts connecting across the world, or into just like a bunch of trains. Though I also haven't done like, I haven't been that crazy with stuff. Okay, this can go back to being 6 ramp. Do I have road barriers? We have high barriers, not road barriers. Not useful to me. Okay. We'll just set up a railing. Technically, this whole thing can get a railing. Okay, yeah, this might be overkill. I'm just trying to make it so that the trucks don't ever overlap when it comes to the path. So like, when it's going in, it's gonna go along that path. When it's coming out, it's gonna go along that path. And then if we start the trucks at 2 different times, they will hopefully then never touch. Okay, I still need to make this go up. But for all I know, I could have just had like 1 lane and everything would have been fine. Maybe I should have watched a video on trucks and roads. My knowledge of them is so much lower than like anything else. Alright, once we're at like 200 rods here, I'll chill out a little bit. Okay. So let's get a road connection here. Or, well, a grid connection here. I could do the asphalt again. 3x6 asphalt. That was so off to the side, I didn't realize. Oh, god damn. Okay. Right? Fair enough. This is 3x6. That's why it's so weird. Ooh. Alright, how are we gonna do this? Because it is gonna be very tricky, I would say. Technically, this is also the origin point of like the fuel. I don't know how much fuel it's gonna take per trip. That part's not gonna be calculated until later. This is awkward, but fuck it, I guess. It is what it is. I can maybe just do this instead. I don't need the actual like power line part of it anymore, but it would be nice to keep the power consistent with whatever the fuck's going on down here. Okay. At least I can take out the giant cable in the way. If there's one useful thing about me making giant super concrete structures in the sky from all of this, it's if I ever need to throw if I ever need to throw down like a power tower on like a stable platform, right? Like this works. I can just be like this, and then like this. Oh, whoops. Top part. Wow, I don't have to sit there worrying about the terrain as much. I think we're good though. Hello. Hello, Mercer Sphere.
You no longer perform your maker temple?
Helping meant leaving it.
Our blood will eat, build, teach.
I have no use for blood.
You do, consume.
Interesting.
I love this portion of Ada and the voice communicating, with Ada taking things way too literally. That's always fun. Alright. Let me check my power before we do anything too crazy here. We are fluctuating my power a bunch still, but we're like so far above my consumption line it doesn't even matter. But it makes me concerned. I want this to be flat. Always. Now why isn't it? This is full on fuel. This is full on fuel. So this is not the problem. This should also be full on fuel. How much power is varying? Let me check. It is jumping down by almost like 1,000. Although more like, yeah, maybe 1,000. It could be coal. I think one of my coal plants was actually at a deficit and we just didn't burn it until now. And by one of them, I mean the literal first one, because I expanded the coal from that into production. And I thought we had calculated properly, but I don't. I'm not sure. We'll have to go check there. Let me do this. Inspect coal power. Question mark? Okie dokies. So, we need 3 truck stations. Do I have enough for 3 truck stations? Before I do anything, I do. The motors, the rotors are getting a little on the low side. But yeah, so we need a truck station for fuel, packaged fuel, then one for rubber, one for plastic. Let's see. Yeah, we got quite a lot. I might hand transfer some of this stuff once we get this started. Sound like there were bees over there. Hold on, double checking some stuff. Is anything backing up? Is the oil backing up again? I think we're good. It's not like it was the last time. It's equaled out. So like this is still full, but it's not like full. It's just not getting used more than it's being created. Which is a good sign, because I was kind of worried about some of that. What about over here? This is still making fuel. So big, huge. How is this doing? That one's still full. But as long as it can continue pumping fuel out at 100% efficiency, which it is, that is all I'm looking for. Let's check the efficiency of some of the other stuff. Surprisingly, it's at 100% efficiency. Really? We'll take out some of these canisters so that the efficiency doesn't just abruptly end on us right there. Here, have this too. Okay. So we're making 13.34 fuel, but we're outputting 60. Okay. I know why. I know why. It's a fucking sink. We're just sinking it all, so it's efficient as shit. I forgot it technically never fills up. I also forgot that this is what we spend my plastic on. So the plastic is starting to add up. Right, because I have this oversink here. Okay, let's get this figured out. I know I end up fucking... Damn it. Okay. Throughput. I know we end up calculating this ourselves anyways. So that's 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 100 plastic per minute. 100 plastic per minute with 30 of it being burned. So there's 70 plastic on standby at this place. Or, well, per minute. Let's... How high can my conveyors go here? If I were to be like this. Honestly, pretty fucking high. I think that's higher than our road. Maybe not. It's close though. I'm happy for that. We might have to do some floor holes. So we'll go ahead and make the route complete. Do I have any good 6x6 asphalt? Not really. Fuck it. Keep doing the 3x6 black asphalt. I think about here's a good cutoff point. It's starting to intersect with a bunch of stuff. Speaking of which, stop that. I'm really glad I got that stack upgrade. Makes a big difference. All right. Inbound, nope, sorry, that's the wrong one. Outbound truck station, because we're not taking anything to this place. So we need 3 outbound truck stations. I might be able to get away with just having them lined up rather than doing what we tried at the other side, which was having them be a lot more separated of a starting area. We'll see. Maybe a bit more this way instead. Maybe actually, now I do want to move fuel around as well. I was thinking I could just fill the fuel up part of these, and that's it. That's probably technically a better idea since we're not really making that much packaged fuel anyways. And it keeps things a little bit simpler. Fuck it, yeah, alright. Okie dokies. We're still gonna get them to go up into like an industrial storage up here. I'll do it like this. A little splitter. Okay. Orange for fuel. Blue for plastic. Yellow for the rubber. Okay. So this is a loading station. Rubber to... we'll just say rubber out. Rubber out. Plastic out. 70 per minute. I'll go find out what we can do with the... Since we're already going through a lot of effort here, I will do the floor holes that are needed. Oh, fuck this. This kind of cucks me, though, a little bit, huh? what I could do, rather than a splitter, yep. The only issue with this particular design is storages are weird. So they have a priority. I don't know how that particular thing works. I don't know if it's like the last one you plugged in has higher priority, if like at the top has higher priority, the bottom has higher priority. But what can happen is like, oh, you have only like 60 in here, all 60 go down on this to fill this up, right? Or only all 60 go up top. So it is an issue to figure out. I don't think we have to worry about it too much, though I think I will at the very least. We're gonna upgrade this. We're doing that so that anytime that this is getting used, it gets 100 per minute, which should be way more than enough for our purposes. It is just going to be awkward because fuel is I'm only making 10 over here. Or like 13, sorry. Alright, but now I am free to make these floor holes. Nope, not in the right place. I think it needs to be one more off. But I've learned something new just in terms of, I think the best way to do it, I think you do it one away, one snapping point away from there. Maybe not. Oh, shit. Okay. Shit. It's being weird. Fuck. It's doing that again. Okay. Okay. We'll try slight nudge. There we go. Okay. Got what I needed now. That little click, that little tiny click is what we're looking for. Okay, so it's still one nudge, but it is one nudge with holding control. And then we're gonna hope that works for my purposes. Thankfully, this was already in the perfect position. Alright. Where the balls is the fuel? Here we go. It is directly underneath this fucking mushroom. Okay, that is going above the line if possible. Alright, good enough. Surface too uneven? No. What am I? Oh, I used the wrong lift side. No. I refuse. That's straight? Wait, really? Oh, no, absolutely not, you fucking lie. Whatever. Whatever. It's because that's on random ass terrain. Whee! Okay. This is a good sign. They're still splitting up evenly. Thank God. So maybe the way it works is more like priority splitter. So like one direction is favored more than the other, but in this case we should be fine. And then I will, for the benefit of things, go ahead and stash this in here. And this in here. And let's get this whole rubber plastic figured out. Thankfully, I really can just kind of connect this across. Well, not really. Ugh. I think that should be fine. Okay. We're gonna have to use conveyor holes, or well, not conveyor holes. Sorry. We're gonna have to set foundations. I missed. Where am I? Oh my God. Oh, not like this. Okay, whatever. Good enough. Sort of. Yeah, whatever. I really wanted it to be even with the conveyor belt entirely, but it is like a couple of degrees and it's not like I'm going to be staring at this shit all the time. Okay. Where's my rubber going? In here. I'm going to go ahead and just color this to... This one is the easiest one to do because we're literally fucking right underneath the foundations. So I can just do this. Go. Ah, fuck you. It was so close. You little shit. Oh no. The conveyors are touching. No. I didn't know that was going to happen. It was close. That's all right. Okay. For the sake of things, I would like to hard transfer some of this up top. While these will obviously very quickly fill up regardless. I can transfer stuff way faster than this conveyor belt. Okay. I'm here. No. It's okay. Thankfully, none of that should have ended up in, the other side. And technically, I could get rid of this foundation, let that connect across the sky. Don't need the ceiling mount part. And now I gotta go deal with the rubber. I gotta put this like this. Rubber. Sheesh. Here. This is what I really should be doing. Moving this into the train, or the truck station itself. And then into that. Thank you. Okay. We had a lot less rubber than I thought we were going to. There we go. That's fine. The only real downside we have with this setup is if I want to know the throughput of my shit, I can't put it on the conveyor lifts, which is dumb. Hopefully they expand the functionality of this just a little bit. Like, this is fun and fine, right? Like, it gets it. But if you, like, perfectly hide the fucking conveyor lifts through, like, you know, actually good building, unlike what I do, you can't see your throughput. But I guess, you know, fine. I'll make the argument for you that if you're making perfect buildings, you probably know enough to have your throughput known anyways. I don't know, it's getting it. Should be 70. And maybe I'm making more? By just a little bit? Was I off? I think, yeah, okay, it's 70. And then rubber is at 100 per minute. So let's get this going. Outbound, outbound, outbound. Interesting. I think because the rubber out 100 per minute. I think because they haven't been turned on, their names aren't updated on the map. Yeah, the other truck stations have their name. Well, if I remember to fucking change the damn things. Let's get some power going. How's this doing? It is filling up. Okay. Truck. Uh-oh. Got a slight dilemma. I only have enough for one truck. That's okay. I can... shit. I was gonna say, I can ride the truck, grab the other one, dismantle it, but no, I have to do the whole loop. Shoot. Alright, well, let's get this powered up. This will be rubber. Okay, here we go. Trying to figure out where I'm going to put my power line. I'm kind of like slightly giving up on the idea of every structure I make being like perfectly internalized. I think it saves me a little bit of a headache if I just go, yeah, this is probably never going to have like a wall and like lights all along it. We'll pick and choose our battles. Okay. Let us record a path. So it comes here, load cargo. We slow down a little bit for the ramp. And then this is where things get a little on the trickier side. Because I made these narrow fucking curves. Oh my god. Oh my god. I believe. Oh no. Oh no. Unload cargo from truck. I don't know if it can unload. But that's okay. It technically doesn't need to do the unloading for the path to be recorded. Camera's freaking out about the street lights. And loop completed. All right. Let us enable autopilot and whoops. Save the path. Rubber 100 PM. To train station. Train station 2. Save. Okay. Load path. I don't know if it will work when the other side of it is turned off. It might just go without actually being able to do anything. We'll see. There's no like error message on this, but did this change its name? Not so far. Hold on. Yep. Nope, still says outbound. Intriguing. Okay. So one thing I did when I made the blueprint was, yo, did it stop over here? Get the fuck out of here. Delete node. Okay, well now I know how that works. It might have tried to... Oh, it grabbed it. It did. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Alright. If you send a truck through multiple stations, it will automatically load every single one. Oh no. That weight thing might not even make a fucking difference. We're gonna find out. Alright, let's go ahead and get this fucking out of the way real quick. Alright, this is supposed to be where rubber goes. If this is still waiting to receive stuff, let us go ahead and grab... Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Nice try. What row? Ruh-roh. My blueprint for inbound was wrong. Just double checking. That makes me a little sad. Yeah, okay. Okay. This is fine. I can make a difference. Although, wait, no, it's not wrong. It's not wrong. It's not wrong. It's supposed to be like this, and then those go out into there. Whew, whew. Sorry, got a little confuzzled there, but I made it eventually. All right. If I connect the lines. Can I like put this inwards? Ooh. Okay. That's a little bit more useful for my purposes. Though I guess it makes it harder to then click on it. Alright. I'm riding on top of the car. We're gonna see how this goes. Oh my god, it ran me over walls on top of it. I was worried about this. I was worried about this, viewers. Oh god. I'm stuck. I can't fucking do anything. I can't jump. I can't like move my ragdoll. Oh, I'm gonna get thrown off. Oh no! Ow. Alright, I don't ride on top of trucks. I just wanted to see what it does. Because if it grabs the fucking plastic again, I have to undo so much. And I'll be so sad. Oopsies. Okay. Don't do it. Oh no. Yeah, that's not how I drove there. Game. Thank you very much. We need to fucking add railings for the robot. Wait, come back. Did you grab plastic or did you fuck off? Because if you fucked off, then I'm happy with you. Just grab rubber. Okay, okay, good signs, good signs. Question mark. Now I have to investigate why that has so little rubber inside of it. Did we already transfer absolutely everything? In which case, that would be fine. No, we did not. Ah, here we go. Unload. Wait, no, it's supposed to load. Yeah, it's outgoing. Okay, hold on. Flip this. Outgoing, items per minute, sort. It just didn't load is the problem. But to be fair, it did fall off and then teleport, so maybe that was the problem. Alright. Let's try this again. You've got railings on most sides. Like really struggles with this node. I'm gonna delete it. But it's loading. Delete this node. We'll wait until the car's past here actually. But yeah, it's like hidden this fucking this edge here that's really screwing everything up. Okay, time to find out what the rate of this is going to be. Also, let me check what's going on. So we are burning 3 fuel per minute. That is also going to be probably the same thing. I don't know if that shows the fuel per minute on the vehicle, or if it's just saying 3 fuel gets burned every minute. Might be fine to stand on the car, by the way. I'm experimenting before I completely give up on the notion I need to put railings here. Hey, but you know what? Not bad. I think it did a better job than I did. Okay, so if I look at the path, It is 7 packaged fuel for this trip, which is worrisome, but okay. Because if I do the same thing with the other one, that's more fuel than we're making, just by a little bit, assuming it's going to be 14 even. All right. Oh, God. Oh, God. I don't know how in the fuck I'm gonna do this. I think what I'll have to do is the same thing. I really didn't want the routes to overlap at all when we started this, but clearly I'm gonna need it to happen. Let's start recording. We should start our path, honestly, like, before this. Start recording. You know, do your unloading. Do a smooth onboard onto the ramp. Ah, damn it. Okay. I tried to hit change camera in hopes that it would put me in like first person. It doesn't. It didn't do shit, really. I think it just centers the camera. Oh, okay. It's a camera following type. So you can have it either like disconnected or like fixed. I can rotate around, or it's stuck wherever we're facing. I wonder if that downhill saves on fuel a little bit, right? You build up your momentum and keep it going. We did it! Route complete! Okay, save. This is gonna be plastic to train station 2. Save. Okay. There we go. I had my cursor on the screen, but I couldn't click on anything. So we'll enable autopilot, load the plastic to train station. That's interesting that the distance is weird, but maybe it's because of where we are from the path. But the overall length, yeah, the overall length is about the same. At least the fuel per trip is fine. Okay, so yeah, load this. Head on out there. No, 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 no. I will make a barrier here too. God fucking damn it. I'm just also painfully low on like railings, but we need what I can get here. I'll just do this actually. Okay. No, I didn't mean to go that far. Alright. This works for me, and I'll also fill in this tiny little gap here. Yeah, whatever, that works. Alright. Hey, the truck's here! Let's find out what's going on. Uh-oh, we've got a little bit of overlapping items. You know what that means. Oh, God fucking damn it. Ugh. Why is it so finicky? Okay. More than likely it's doing what the other truck did the first time. It's just grabbing the rubber too, which I don't want. But theoretically, these trucks should never really overlap. Oh no, I'm about to discover how they do. No, actually, we'll see. We'll see. This plastic truck goes there. If I fucking get rid of the pause node. Oh no. Oh no, I can't tell if this is the pause node for... Oh no, how do I tell the difference? No. Oh no. Oh no. I might have to change my strategy with this. Because of the way that I guess my fucking bases were just too close to each other. Oh, God. Because I don't want to, like, delete this. Fuck it. Okay, delete. I don't want to delete the node and then it's actually the one for the other fucking truck. This is where I wish I could hide the paths of very specific vehicles, so I'll have to see if that's an option. But okay, now we gotta do another check to see what happens. Because if I fucked up big time there, the rubber one won't stop. But this does inform me a little bit more of maybe what I should be trying to do. I could convert all of this into, rather than 4 truck stations, I could convert it into 2, and then just smart splitter off the rest. Because we really aren't making that many materials. We just have a lot of them to begin with. Because I wasn't doing anything with them. Yeah, 70 like, 70 a minute, 100 a minute. That's nothing, really. All right, please, 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 please don't stop. No. No, I'm so fucking sad. No. No, I fucking hate that. Ah, shit. I don't know what to do. I don't know what the fuck to do. This is unfortunate. I'm really sad that you can't like see what fucking node. I think that is a big oversight because obviously, like, look at this shit, right? How do I tell which one of these motherfucking nodes is related to which vehicle? You just have to completely separate them, which is just such an asinine thing. Because it's very wasteful overall, right? Like, of course I should want my vehicles to go along the same routes and use the same roads for relative efficiency rather than making like 8 roads for 8 trucks, right? Like, that would be bonkers. Ugh. Maybe I should have just done conveyor belts. But, alright, it's a learning experience. I don't know how I'm gonna apply it. Yeah, this sucks. What I'm gonna have to do is I have to record the paths again for both trucks. Which is a bummer. But yeah, that's what I'll do for now. Or, what I could do is we can allow the blue truck to keep doing this. Because it already stops at both stations, it already picks up rubber and plastic. This, I don't think fucking does anything now. It just comes here, runs into a ramp, and then teleports. I can't even tell what it does. I'm destroying the truck. Fuck you. Alright. So we'll still keep the 2 truck stations for now. At least on this side. And then for over here, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I guess what I can do is we'll just hand transfer all this over to the train station. There we go. Ugh. Okay. Have your rubber. I'll do a quick transfer like this. Should probably take a stack too while I'm at it. How is the rubber? Actually, we're pretty good on that front. Trains! Train, my beloved! I bet this is full. But plastic is somehow taking its fucking time. I was gonna check to see if this is full. Alright, so it only took this many from here. So it wasn't completely full, but the fact that it didn't empty out means the other side is, something's up with that. Okay. I mean, it's fine. Obviously, I don't have them going anywhere on the other side besides storage. I might need to go over there and at least create additional storage in the meanwhile, but I'm trying to figure out some shit. Okay. So. The biggest thing that makes me sad about this whole truck is I color coded it, and now the color coding doesn't matter. Okay. How am I gonna go about this? First, let's... I mean, I guess I should just take all this plastic. I will fill out the lines over here. Who needs to worry about transfer rate when you've got thousands of the damn things? Okay. This needs to go away. And now I gotta do an awkward little extra thing, but that's fine, whatever. I'm compensating. I wonder if there's a way to open up vehicle nodes without a vehicle. Like if there's a button for it. I'm looking at the side. I don't know. Maybe I can do it here? I mean, the good news about the truck, at least, is we've halved our fuel consumption. You can go back to fix it green, because blue and green makes, or blue and yellow makes green. All right. We need to make a smart splitter. Okay. Any undefined... Nope. Any overflow. The center one can be plastic. The right one can be rubber. And then I can be annoying. Yeah. I'm pondering. I could just send this over the train line, truly. But I won't do that. I will be somewhat reasonable about this. I will instead, we will have a floor hole at each one. Okay. There we go, much better. I was ever so slightly off with this first one, didn't realize. Okie dokes. So now I can do this. And this. Which side was what? Right side is rubber. Conveyor hole. Snap sound. Rubber. Plastic. Sadly, these are on the same thing, so I would just have to remember this one's the right one. Plastic. Rubber. Okay. Is this good enough? Some of my lines are crooked. But it has to be this way. Why are you glowing through the whole world like this? There we go. Problem fixed. Alright. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the overflow of this. I don't think there ever will be in the short term. But I guess if there ever is, there is an awesome sink, right? Actually, no. Okay, yes, there is, but I don't remember. It shouldn't even have anything going into it. Oh, it does. Really? Oh no. Yeah, knock that off, right. Okay. That might have been cutting off our polymer resin production here a little bit. We were only at 12. Okay. Good thing I noticed that. I forgot that I had an awesome sink that wasn't like compensated for at all, right? Yeah, that was like burning everything instantly. Yeesh. How's this doing? I mean, at the very least, the polyamide resin wasn't adding up. So, like, this should be good. Let's see how the oil is doing. Or rather, the fuel. So this isn't full. A partial good sign. Okay, every tower is on, though that one took a second. Why? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We found the problem spot. Hold on, I'll let this build up a little bit of fuel. That might be the problem, and just burning stuff a little bit too quickly. Let me recheck my math because we've messed it up a couple of times beforehand. So, 40 per, and we have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They do connect out to a Mark II pipe. So the 400 should be fine on that front. $400 divided by 50 is 8. And this is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now the other ones were probably running fine, which is why our power was only dipping by... So like, I guess 1,200-ish of this. Let's try running this again. And we'll hope that it stays a bit more consistent. I might need to make the loop again. Hold on, stackable pipeline. What are we gonna do about this? I gotta be a little careful here. I don't really have a ton of rods. Junction. I don't know if I can make this work. We're gonna find out. I might have to do some weird shit. Okay, valve. Keep it going that way. Keep things flowing this way. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What the fuck did I do wrong? Oh no! Everything ran out of fuel so quickly. Okay. I made a little mistake. Valve. Keep it going that way. Now there is like a bit of gravity stuff that you have to worry about in this. Which is why people probably do the whole like loop, or like starting the fuel from the top, then going down. we're gonna hold off on that. I might need to cut off my power here a little bit. Technically not using this right now anyways. So let it saturate. I think the big issue is obviously we created a bunch of pipes, which means there's a lot of pipe to fill up. And we burn things, you know, so quickly. Technically, there just isn't any fuel here to begin with. Preferably, this would always stay at 600 here. But, you know, it's got its flow rate. So it goes, sometimes it's 460, sometimes it's 550. It never actually hits the... That's okay. To be fair, we're not making 600, right? That's the that's the thing I gotta make the connection to. I'm only making 400, so really I should only expect 400 to consistently go through this when needed. All right. I just want to make sure these are all full once again. And then also, obviously, the extra pipes, that's the real thing. We gotta make sure those are full. So they can, rather than sapping the entire pipeline, they help the pipeline and loop back into it. Looking good. Now the question is, where would this be flowing? I guess just into the pipe to begin with. Okay. I think I'm good to start things again. I'm just spooked. Okay. Starting the power. All right, let's see how this goes. All things good. This should stay pretty. This should stay at 100%. With a little bit of fluctuation in the pipes themselves, but that's okay. Looking good. It's staying at 50. Okay. I don't even think I have to inspect the coal power. I think the coal power was fine. It was just that little area there, which surprised me. I'm still not fully sure what happened. I think they just sap up stuff so quickly and it wasn't actually saturated. But it was though, right? Like when we started everything up, everything was at 50. So I don't know what the fuck happened. We'll see. I mean, that's why I'm making this loop. Maybe to compensate for any weird shit happening. What is this at? This is the good thing to like keep check of. This is the master connection to everything. I need this to be at like a consistent good flow rate. I guess it doesn't technically need to be at a consistent good flow rate if everything's staying 90% full. But I'm just looking at this. You know, this is at 500 and that was down at like 50. Holy shit. Okay, I think we're fine. I think a lot of it just came down to the fact that we're using... I think it just comes down to the fact that we're using 400. In fact, I might increase the what we can do here. You can control this. So 400 limit. And we'll see if that keeps things stable. Or if it all drains out. Same thing over here. Although these ones are kind of fine. Since the point of them is that they loop back around. Yeah, that might have been the issue. So much like variance between the 400 going through it and the 600 max flow rate. Like fucking accelerating super fast, then stopping super fast, accelerating super fast, stopping super fast. It might be good for me to maybe have a little smidge of buffer with one above it. I wanted to average out at the 400 rate. Rather than falling down into the 300 area occasionally. Yeah, I think I'll do 450. We'll do 450. I want it to average out pretty hardcore. Whenever it like sloshes and needs to like go fast and compensate for things being empty, I think 450's a solid enough amount. Maybe overkill. Sometimes we need overkill. Speaking of which, I should probably turn these all to Mark 1 belts. To also throttle how much fuel is going through it. Alright, we'll check on things. I think we should be fine. It's just that these need to kind of refill up again. Okay. Let's leave. We're gonna assume that's good. And I gotta figure out some things. I gotta like super mega reprioritize, try to get the phase stuff going, because we haven't been making any progress in the last like many hours that we've been at this. At least not tech tree wise. But we've made a huge bit of industry or infrastructure progress. I've got my first train going. I've got a truck thing happening here to supplement said train. Before we fully leave, I need to examine this real quick. So we do have polyamor over here as well, not doing anything. Or I guess not polyamor, but just plastic. my plan was I was gonna send this plastic on a conveyor belt through here, so I think we might still do that. Let me see. Did I make my road good enough for this? No, I didn't. Okay. I didn't make a little area for my conveyor belts to go. I really have a lot of... Oh, I need rods. That's gonna empty out so quickly, I gotta go grab some more. The really unfortunate part of this is I'll also still need to make a connecting, like, hypertube or something to that area. Because otherwise, it's a lot of just jumping. Okay. I might have fucked up on something here, by the way. Maybe we're okay. I'm just thinking about rods. The rods... I forgot that they're potentially going away maybe a little bit too fast. That is technically something I can at least I can overclock this stuff. I can make a bunch of rods really. Question is then, how much iron do I really have? Okay. That should hopefully make things a little bit better for us in filling out our lines. Let's see if the origin points are going to be able to keep up with that. It's been a long while since I did anything here. Did I ever upgrade this line? Nope. This was at 240. To be fair, these are seemingly always burning and filling up. It just comes down to where I'm going to burn all of this ore to begin with then. I don't really need more screws, I don't think. These were... I mean, I'll do it just so that we're burning through more ingots. Ramp up our production line. At least one side of it. I'm kind of scared of two sides of it. This all comes over to there, which then merges out. This isn't really moving, so I think I'm jammed on screws anyways. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The fucking screws. What have you done? I might not have powered up the... Yeah, I didn't power up the sink. Okay, doesn't matter. The shit's not going into it anyways. What's happening in here? I'm assuming this is full. And I never made the overflow line stuff. Oopsies. Okay. Overflow can go out this way. And I will go ahead and I will do this. Now make another merger because this is all just a sloppy job. All right. Overflow can also go to the right there. Okay. Hold on. This is one of those awkward times where the conveyor didn't merge with the belt. And now that this is filling up, hold up. I'm trying to test this. Okay. So this should go into the sink, which wasn't on before anyways, so it would have been super backed up, which would have sucked. Okay. Now, I also came here to maybe, grab some rods from a safer area. Uh-oh, that's a bad sign. Okay, we're good on versatile frameworks. Obviously, the fucking adaptive control unit has been making. Modular engines, I think we're good on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 16, 14, 15. Wait, sorry. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I don't even need that many. Actually, we just needed 500, so it would have been back here. We need 10 slots, which should be this. It all comes down to adaptive control unit. What do I need for you? I think I'm gonna sloop this. So we're good on modular engines. Okay, get slooped, and then obviously I need computers. I will... Where are my power shards? Where are my power shards? Did I burn through every single one of them? Uh-oh. Well... time to make a quick constructor. Okay, power shards, put you in there. Oh, sorry, okay. I gotta get all my slugs. Purple power slugs, blue power slugs, yellow power slugs. We're gonna fill them up in that order. All right. Let it, make, did that say 25 per minute? God damn. Okay. That's so weird that the it has to make the first batch normally and then it does the rest. I don't like that much. But whatever. The rest of the purple slugs will transform now into 10 power shots. Lovely. Okay. We'll fiddle with my base real quick. You could take this and this. How is my fuel? This is full. So I need to make industrial storage. Yeah, we'll do it over here. It's a little bit weird in terms of like lining up with the other storage. That's okay. If I want to like send this off to somewhere, at least now we have that option. Uh-oh.